Hi everyone, I am here to show you another tool. I think some of you use it, but in the case that you don't, this is good across multiple subjects. It's edcite.com. It's free for teachers to use. So you can click join for free as a teacher. It will then allow you to sign up with Google. So make sure that you're logged into your school district portal, and then you can create an account with your school district portal. Okay, look, and I'm already in, easy as that. You have a couple options here, which are pretty cool. So hopefully by now, all of you have a Google Classroom that is set up. You can import from your Google Classroom. Of course, select the account that you want them to use your Google Classroom for. Give the permissions for EdCite to use your Google Classroom. I have probably way more classes than you, so I am just going to try this out with my math department. I'm going to say this is a class that I want. I can select up to 10 classes, which shouldn't be a problem because none of us should have 10 classes, right? And I'm going to import the classes from there. If I had students, because my entire math department has been added as teachers, I would see the students here, and then they should be able to log in. If not, there is a code here that students can use to go to EdCite. I can physically add students if I needed to, but with the code, it's just like Google Classroom. It'll be easier for you to either post this or import from your Google Classroom. Now, I want to show you a couple of things. I can either click assignments there or I can click assignments here. And there are a lot of really good pre-made assignments already here. So you can browse by standards. These are Common Core standards, but you can select by the Florida standards, which is great because it recognizes that we're in Florida. So I am going to look at grades 9 through 12 standards, and I'm going to choose an algebra standard. But as you can see, there are more than just algebra standards. You also may want to look through grades K through 12. Where did that go? For some like ELA standards and whatnot. But okay, let me go back. I'm going to choose an algebra standard if my computer allows me to. I'm going to choose this one right here. And so I see all of the assessments that have been created with that standard in mind. You can then preview it before assigning it, which I would 100% do. So this kind of shows you, it says graph and then highlight part A, a couple things there. What's the vertex? I would select how many solutions. So I'm previewing. I can also go to student view, and I can preview it as students would see it. So this is basically what a student would see. They would hit start. They would select their choices. It looks like they can, just like in most EOCs, they can select which questions they want to go to. Once they hit 14, they can hit this, submit answers, they can flag them. So it actually does a pretty good job of allowing students to preview this. I'm going to click out. You notice that the student preview created a new tab. So if I want to exit the student preview, I'm going to just leave that. And if I like it, let's say I do like this, I'm going to hit assign. And I'm going to click the class that I want to assign this to. I can, it'll automatically assign the start date to now. If you want to scaffold that, then you pick like another day that you want to start it from. You can also make a due date. So let's say you want to give your students a week. So there you go. Do you want to assign it to your Google Classroom? You can hit yes. Then it won't allow you to scaffold it. So you kind of want to be careful with that. And then we'll just click assign. It says successfully assigned. And then you can actually click manage the assignment. You can see how students have done if you had students in here. You can see live progress if you have your students working on this at the same time, but I don't have anything that has been selected, so I'm going to just exit out of here. So again, that would be assignments, and then it automatically takes you to the library. You can also search. So I can search by standard. This way I can choose my Florida standards. I can also hit search here, and then it just allows me to search items. So for example, I am talking about vectors in math. I'm like, oh, I'm actually teaching my students how to do vector operations. So I can search by topic and something will pop up. I want to show you there's like some ELA stuff here as well. You would then just have to choose, you can then choose your grade, right, to specify what kind of grades that you want to do from there. See, there's some bio stuff here. You'll find some bio stuff. It's the only thing I remember from biology. Let's see if there's something for chemistry. You might find some stuff here. It doesn't look like there's a lot, but you can check that out. So you can kind of play around with that. You also, under assignments, if you click my assignments, anything that you have assigned should be there. I started creating an algebra one. You can also create your own assignment. If you wanted to, you can add questions. I personally like the fact that there are some pre-made questions already. Let's say algebra is doing, let me do histograms. This will be something that algebra is doing soon. Let's say I like this histograms one. I can actually customize this so it'll make a copy. It says I'm using private questions. So if they edit it, then they can, like we will see their actual edits on here. You can, if I click that previous screen, I can actually make a copy of the question. So if I like this question, I can make a copy of this question. So then I can go to questions, press leave. And I should see the question that I made a copy of. So if I wanted to edit it, let's say like I liked the idea, but there was something that I wanted to edit, right? We always have those issues. Then I have something that's editable. I can add a part to it and so forth. And then I can use it for my own students. So this is just another tool that you can use. I find it pretty cool. You can get, once your students do actually submit stuff, then you can find it in reports. You can see your roster of students here. It'll tell you when they were last active and whatnot, which will be useful if we have to take attendance and report on what our students are doing. There are some how-to videos in here, some more manuals, but I suggest kind of playing around, seeing if there's something that works for you within this resource as well. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to help.